you tryna go be? Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mid dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 75 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike, work.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson, 73 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, Jackson stepping up. He's going to keep it. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
No gain on this defense, no gain. Check.
22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber. Go.
Jackson looking to throw on third. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Kill.
Alert.
Kill.
Hey. Whoa.
50 seconds to mine. 50 seconds to mine. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
X3, 218, chop.
A run for Nick Chubb, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Go! Middle. Snickers. 66. Now go!
57 to Mike. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. 57 to Mike. Mike 57.
Here's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Tight dog. Right there. 54.
Now Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game.
Check 24. Check 24. Get it all. West. Come on. Hey.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And a stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Ronald Jones, 66 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Oh, fighting off the defender. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Set! Like 20.
System, Mike. Here it comes. Here it comes. Show.
50.
Watch the
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here.
They run, Chubb. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Pretty entertaining start, 14-all to score on EA Sports.
Like 20. 7-7.
Watch 36.
Go.
Line 36. Line 36. I got you, boy. Watch 36.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Jackson. Being chased out left. It's complete to Jones. It's a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On third down, Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Returnable here from the 38. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Let's pick it up. Let's get off the field. Let's get off.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They'll run with Pollard. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up. 55 mile, guys, 55.
Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, wide open, complete. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 92 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. That'll bring up second down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. They set up the screen to Chubb. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Bravo!
To throw again is Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
At the 16-yard.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Right. Yo. One set. Go. Hot seven. Bring it. He's coming. Double up. Go. Double up.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Boom! Sack, baby. Sack.
A big loss on the play. Brings up.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Take both of them.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Steelers.
Set! Block 80!
Jets 48, the mic. Bandit.
Block it!
On the carry, it's Chubb. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Set! 230. 8.
57's the mic. Rock 57.
I smell fear now.
Hey! What?
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Going up top. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 51 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Come on, dudes! Bang, bang!
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Good move, but not much to show for it. Still inside the 5. Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down. They'll go again to Jones. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Here's Sam Cook now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him.
And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jackson from the shotgun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
They're running it. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The throw down the field caught by his running back. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Hey, exit.
48's mark. Go, go, go. Hey, look.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And this is incomplete, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage. And this could be a first down. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. And they set up the screen. That's complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. He may try and run for this. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Roethlisberger will throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. On 1st down, it's Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson dancing to his left. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. He can run for it, and he will. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Tucker's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
Let's go, boy.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
All right, D, let's go. All right, D. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Snippers, 66.
Hey, check, Mike, 57.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Matt Judon in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
A give running right is Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.